Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today we are back with Dory over here. I just wanted to make another episode talking about a few things. There have been quite a few developments recently, so we are just going to do a bit more tow trucking and talk about a few things. So yeah, there should be a tow request up ahead. It's also upside down, so that can be interesting. Let's see if I can get this thing back on its wheels. Usually it's a good idea to ignore these with the smallest wrecker in the game, but it still has some decent winches, so we should be able to do something. I'll just start off by anchoring my front to the ground, which from the last video you've seen that it can do stuff. Don't know if it's all amazing, but yeah, we're going to try it. So I want to start out by attempting to winch it this way, so we're just basically pulling straight up and hoping that the entire thing will roll over this direction. Let's see how it works. Theoretically, this might also be a good vehicle to yoink, especially if it's not flipping over the direction I wanted it to. What the hell are you doing? Jesus Christ. So, yeah, this seems like a really front-heavy vehicle. I didn't expect that. I thought that it would just be rolling on its side more naturally than standing up on its front, but here we are. Can I push it? Maybe if I give it a little slack while at it. Oh my god, this is actually working. I can't believe it. You know what? Now let's be gentle. I was about to just cut the winch cable and I already let loose of my controller here, but let's just put it down like this. Neat. Cut the winch cable and let's go from there. This might have gotten a bit of damage in, but never mind, I still have a front winch anchored. Should be okay. So yeah, the first thing I really wanted to talk about today is the last episode. From the get-go, when I started making this little challenge for myself, where I tried to get that overlong trailer into that construction site, I knew it would be difficult, if not completely impossible, and I was planning on only making one episode about it. I want to avoid the whole thing that I had with the other vehicle transportation episode a while ago, where I spent way too much time trying to get a Kira Kira rollback truck delivered on another Kira rollback truck, and it was just way too heavy. So I didn't want to spend multiple episodes into possibly an impossible endeavor. But I thought it would be a fun challenge, and that was definitely the case for the first one. And people seemed to really enjoy it, so I left the trailer there. I tried coming up with another idea on how to possibly approach it, and to be clear, I am not really annoyed by it failing. From the get-go, it was unclear whether it was possible to begin with, or even if it was possible, maybe my attempts were really not what was the best idea there. The thing is, I came up with the idea for the second episode late in the evening. I didn't want to record then, and I just put it off until the next day. And when I came to it, I felt like, okay, this is a good time, I can do this. And 5 minutes in, I felt like, okay, I may have been way too tired that day and should have maybe not attempted it. But at some point, there's no way back with that, so I tried to push through, and maybe I shouldn't have. So I wasn't really in the right mindset, and the thing about the controls kinda got to me. So overall, I feel like I got a bit more angry at the entire thing than what I should have gotten. But to be fair, when I set up something like that, where all the tasks need to be in a particular position, I need to be careful about where I pull at which point. If a thing just starts doing stuff on its own because I accidentally press the wrong button, yes, it's partially on me, but it's also kinda very much nerve-wracking. But yeah, at the end of the day, maybe I should have put that off for another day, but well, I went through with it and I didn't even notice how much the frame rate was dropping until it was below 20, and yeah. The thing I said about not wanting to make more videos on this old PC really is just because I don't like the quality of how well the game is running. This old PC is very much outdated and it should be retired by now, but since my main PC just keeps breaking down, well, it's kind of a necessity. And to be fair, I appreciate this thing at least still running. Unlike the other one, reliability is really, it's very important. So yeah, let's talk about the other PC real quick. I'm not going to get into everything with it. You either know the story already or you don't care, which is perfectly fine. The thing is, I was hoping to at least attempt to fix it later this week. But yeah, after a few appointments and everything that I knew were coming up and making half of the week at least very busy, the last half of it has been me trying to deal with something else. Something else came up in my family, and well, as per usual, sadly not the most fun story, so I'm going to skip it. But yeah, things happened again. Oh, this was much easier. I should have maybe yoinked it from the beginning with the other vehicle. Just put the winch hook on the car and just pull on it real quick. Seems like the better idea than trying to be too elaborate about it. But yeah, we should really try to get to the front side of that Neo and try to go from there since it's missing one of its front wheels. I don't know if I have the diff for going off-road with this truck. I'm not sure if I ever set it up for anything like this. But yeah, the PC is just it's getting delayed before I can do anything about it. It's just, yeah, not the most fun thing, but especially since I already had the problems with it in the past, I'm just very hesitant trying to put in the time and getting it fixed. I got maybe a bit too comfy on the old one. Which is also why I'm making this episode right now. Not only do I not know when I will finally get the other thing back up and running, but also I didn't really want to leave the Shenanigans episode, or the Shenanigans, or Crananigans 2.0 up for this long as the latest episode. I don't think it should be. So yeah, that's basically two of the reasons I'm making this. Also, a few other things happened, especially regarding Motortown itself, so that might actually be more interesting to a lot of you. First up, you can now apply for becoming a tester in a different way. So the way it works now is, well, you better look it up on the developer Discord and just go from there. But you can get a code in-game which will allow the Discord bot to identify you and yeah, basically gives you access to the new update if you are randomly chosen to be a tester for it. And when you can access the new stuff earlier, it's much more automated and a quicker way to get into the new update testing than the old tester system was. It's more randomized and less handpicked. Also, the numbers I think are a bit higher when it comes to how many people are getting picked in total. But it may also be a thing where it's different every update. I have to see about that. 9 tons, likely not a good idea. Do I have anything else nearby? 8 tons isn't even that much better, and I mean, coma, yes. Off-road, maybe not. 5 tons flanker trailer. Oof, let's try it. I mean, it's a trailer, so it should be a bit easier in terms of weight distribution. We'll have to see about it. But yeah, the closed tester system, as it is called now, compared to the old test drivers, it's a bit of a different beast, but overall, be aware that the updates before they go public, where everybody can theoretically test them, and that's also where I usually make my update videos on. Before we get to that point, the stuff is usually pretty rough. So if you really want to test the stuff, give feedback on all of that, and are prepared for potentially a lot of things in the game not working as they do on the main version of the old update, that's a good mindset to have to get into that. If you just want to play around with the new stuff, maybe wait until it goes public. Because sometimes some of more core systems to the game change, and things can come out in a really rough way. And yeah, part of the tester group, or part of the purpose of the tester group, is trying to get it from basically not really enjoyable in some ways. I mean, that's a bit harsh. But yeah, from something that shouldn't be public at all, to a way where the general public can play it, it's all functional and can go from there. And there's also usually a lot happening during that phase of testing, so it's pretty interesting, but a completely different beast from just playing it on the main branch. And the finalized version or semi-finalized version of the update comes out. Just so you're aware of what you're getting into. I'm not going to go into any specifics because still it's not a good idea to talk about too much of it publicly. And yeah, when it comes to getting into the stuff, just check on the Motortown Discord. There should be a channel about closed testing, how to do stuff, how to apply, and go from there. If you really want to get into that, I'll just leave you to it. I think it's like it's a bit like with some spam emails and that kind of thing, but actually the reverse. I have the running theory that part of the reason why a lot of those phishing emails are so easy to see at first glance, if you are at least a bit aware, is that the people basically don't want to deal with potential victims who could be realizing what's going on. So yeah, just trying to weed out the people that are too smart to fall for the scheme. That's usually a good idea from the get-go, and I think with how the testing is done right now, or how getting into it is done, it's maybe a bit convoluted, but you want people who can navigate their way around the game and everything. So let's see if this works. I mean, basically, if you think what I'm doing right now is a sensible way of handling this type of trailer, then you might not be good for the role. Yeah, I should resign. With all the stupid shit that I'm doing, I should definitely resign from it. But I won't. So, yeah, just be aware, it's a bit rough to get into, but if you do it for the right reasons, you can get something good out of it. If you enjoy just doing a lot of bug reports and seeing the stuff get better from that, then you are really well off being there. Just make sure you also back up your save file because that can get corrupted. I actually didn't bother with it with this character here, at least not with this version. If I run into a problem where this entire thing gets deleted, I just re-download the one from that past bug report and I'll be back to 5 million and everything is gonna be fine. I don't care. Would be a different story if it actually happened on the main version of that thing, so this is just with the entire situation, it's a different story. The last thing I want to talk about here is that the game is actually doing quite well now, and I'm so happy to see it. I've been keeping an eye on the Steam charts for a while, and there are other people who do so as well, and it's fun finally seeing it break its own records. So basically, for the longest time, the highest player count ever at the same time in the game was between 500 and 600, and it happened, I think, in February of 2022. By the end of 2024, it finally got broken by a few people, which is already, I mean, it never got up to that amount before again, so seeing going back to the peak amount, that was already pretty nice. But now it's going even further beyond that. It's at about twice what it used to be. We just broke 1k concurrent players, so congrats Motortown, congrats the dev team. Every single one of you guys, you deserve this game to thrive for all the hard work that you put into it. It's so amazing to see. So happy that this is all going well, and I hope it only goes from there. I also hope that Mr. Hwang will be able to put some time into the Steam store page because that thing is just so outrageously outdated. Jesus Christ. Stop, 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 stop. Ah. Come on, back on the wheels. Yeah. This could have been worse. Could have also been better in maybe just not happening, but I mean, once again, it's me. What do you expect? And we are not even looking that much worse for where I guess the landing gear took the brunt of the impact. And yeah, my trucks are, or my buses are once again kind for Daddy in order to get a refresh on the conditions, so I shall do that in a moment. I'll just try to get it past the turn here, which I should have maybe approached a bit slower. And maybe that guy should have hit the brakes as well. But sure. Thanks for the extra damage. I think I can say goodbye to my condition bonus here. Or at least most of it. You know what, let the autopilot take over for a moment. I'll just refresh everything here. But yeah, someone from the racing community has been picking up the game recently and been playing it very consistently, which I think more people should be doing. So I'm glad that the game is finally growing from that and more people are finding it, enjoying it, and yeah, that also the dev is getting a bit of return on his massive investment in both time and money. So this is all very good stuff and I'm so amazed to see it. Just gonna try to take that ghost with me. Not that I need it, but can't have too many of them under my bumper. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just it happened out of nowhere, and I couldn't be happier for it. Also great to see that Motor Town Hub is doing well, that other channel that does a lot of tutorial videos and that kind of thing. Really high production values and everything. It's nice. Basically, we counter uh, the complete opposite to what I'm doing here. I'm just doing uncut commentary and let's play. That channel is focusing on highly edited stuff regarding different tutorials and tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So yeah, guy might actually outpace me sooner than later, which is absolutely earned. Oh, we are bouncing back. Nice. Okay, I still got 1.5k for the condition, but sure. Not amazing, but could be worse. And what do we learn from that? If you really want to take on these kind of vehicles, at least, if you're using the Dory Wrecker, be a bit more careful. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I show you. Okay, let's see. This is the live fish truck. That's a 9-tonner. That's not a good idea. I could go for the coma, but that's very much off-road. You know what? Let me check my limited slip differential. Jesus Christ, the frame rate isn't going well here. First up repair. Then powertrain, LSD. I have 1.5 way. I might be better off with two-way clutch differential. Oh, whatever. I mean, technically it is a clutch. So yeah, what else? I don't really know anything else. I'm thinking that I might be missing something right now, but not too sure. The other thing is always events. I've been kind of sleeping on some of them recently. I just wasn't really in the mood. So in that case, it's usually better to just skip it for the time being and come back to the next one. But yeah, I've been holding off on all of my events. I want to be back on the other PC. Especially if I need to do some more setup for my vehicles. I would be losing everything once I move back over, so I'm very much hesitant doing anything on this character. Apart from trash collection, because I'm pretty sure that Steam counts that separately, so as long as I'm still connected to Steam, which I obviously have to be to access the game, I should be fine. Okay, we might want to turn off to the right here. And you have a 5k trash bag that I have to carry in order to get that achievement. That's so far away. It's an outrageously high goal to set, but well, gotta be working towards it. One trash bag at a time. So hopefully eventually I'll be able to get it. Okay, the coma is on its side, and yeah, this is definitely a good idea to just yoink it. I mean, that thing is going to come along whatever I do with it. There's no real way for it to resist me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think this might be going a bit better off-road with a two-way differential, which basically locks up once I accelerate. But I hope that it can also, I don't know, stay open a bit more on regular roads when I turn. I don't know if I need to fully let off the gas in order for that to happen, but It's not welded shut like the lock differential. Okay, I think I might need to raise the back a little bit. Should have gone here. All right. Yeah, this is definitely going a lot better than before. Lock differential or two-way is the way to go for off-roading. Okay, the highway is right up ahead. When it comes to the Trello, by the way, I've seen a lot of cards about trying to improve the areas here, just making them look a bit more nice and everything. I hope it's gonna happen at some point. Where am I even? Right here. That isn't even the highway, this is just one of the side roads. I hope it's gonna be a thing at some point. I've seen some improvements here and there which are really nice looking, but some of the areas are still very much blank. Would also hope that eventually, and I get that they have a lot of stuff to do on OG, but I would hope that especially the east and west end of Chijo Island also gets maybe another small town or a few more factories or something. There's still quite a few things that could be done on here which I would be looking forward to. But yeah, even just everything that they are doing already, it's it's a huge undertaking. Jesus Christ, gotta be careful with that car. I would have liked to maybe get at least one without any damage over to the delivery point, but yeah, I'm not really doing too well on that end. I know that the devs are doing a whole lot of stuff already, so gotta be patient, but I hope that's going to be on the agenda at some point. Visual improvements like more trees, different other foliage and that kind of thing is already amazing, and it will make everything look a lot better. But I hope that maybe eventually there will be more road expansions. And yeah, back to the point about my events, I'm still kind of holding off when it comes to hosting them. I want to be on my main PC again and do everything on my main version of the character. And also experience the events at full frame rate without any stutters, hopefully. That would be nice. Okay, is there another thing nearby? Otherwise, I might wrap it up right here. Compacty. I know this is going to be the stupid idea that I do at the end of quite a few episodes these days, and it's going to be painful, but I gotta try it. I might not finish it, but at least I wanna see how it reacts when I hook up the whole thing and if I could bring it somewhere. 8 tons is a lot for this truck, but I mean, how could I not? By not doing it, that's how I could not do it, but no. It will be done. Maybe. Oh, also I got a low fuel warning, which is nice. I should have maybe brought along some ferry cans. You know what? Maybe this area also needs its own gas station. Between Gangyang over here and industrial district with weird name that I cannot pronunciate, there is really no way to refuel over here. So maybe having a little gas station right here or something, that would be neat. Okay, let's see. Damn it. Yeah, I'm still having my usual throat problems. It's kinda, it's, it sucks a little. Okay, this thing is already, yeah, just bouncing back and forth. I don't know if yoinking is a good idea. I kind of want to do the other thing now. I think it might be not so top heavy that it wouldn't respond to that. So once again, let's start by anchoring ourselves to the ground. Just like this. Winch hook. And let's pull. Can I push it? Okay, I'm now trying to push it while simultaneously yeah, extending the winch. I don't think that's happening here, so maybe if I reverse. Yeah, the whole anchoring part was definitely a good idea here. So my only real chance is trying to yoink it from the other end. Because that thing definitely isn't happening otherwise. I could summon in the Brutus over there, I have that property. But that's not really the point of it. Using the Brutus would definitely be the better idea. I can raise the crane at the back and then also just, yeah, pull it from a different angle. But maybe if I go like this. And let's now try and just pull it ahead. It might actually be able to do it. I'm trying to line myself up to get a bit closer and then, yeah, get a bit of a run up before before the rope actually starts getting an attention. Just like that. And please don't roll over the other direction. Okay, that worked out as good as I could have hoped for. Let's do the next thing. The rain doesn't really help things right now. And yeah, for off-road recoveries like this, I should be using the Brutus because 4x4, lock differential, that's just the way to go on these. Can it please stop raining? You know what, I'm just going to pull myself towards the truck. I think that's the better choice here. It's gonna be so much easier than trying to navigate this. And just like that, I'm exactly where I wanted it to be. And now it stops raining, of course. Okay, I think I need to lower the underlift a little bit. I want some weight on my rear axle for traction, but yeah, I also need to be able to steer, so having the front one lift up is not a good idea. But yeah, this is working. I shouldn't have said anything. It felt good for a grand total of 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know if I can make it back to the road with this one unless I'm using the front winch. Yeah, that might be necessary at this point. It's gonna go slightly too fast so that I can get the maximum out of this. It's a bit of a hill in the way. But maybe if I can get the entire thing turned around, that might already help it along far enough. Yeah, I would like to maybe go through here. Oh, and that's my controller gone. I was too far away from the vehicle. But yeah, it does move. I might have to call roadside service for refueling in a moment. I love that winch cables are a thing in this game. They are a bit janky, they look like silly string, but yeah, they make so many things possible. Okay, if I could build up some momentum, that would be easier, but you know what, I think I'm not going to just cut the episode here because I would like to at least try pulling that whole thing once it's on the road, but I really need some assistance here, so we are going to get the Brutus. Should make things a bit easier and possible. Possibly possible. So let's see this thing in action. And I'm going to do the definitely not a stupid thing here and just hook up to my other tow truck and pull everything. Because this one really shouldn't care. Oh yeah, I also need to throttle up here. I noticed recently that actually the Brutus has gotten some pistons over here. So if you look at this point, that white thing there, if I extend the piston or if I put the entire boom up, yeah, that now has some nice stuff to go along with it. So this is all pretty neat. I might be a bit too close to my tow truck. I'm aware of that. But we are going to try it anyways. Oh, neat. The lights turned off as I hooked it up. But yeah, if we go follow lock, we should be able to just pull the entire thing ahead. Like if it's nothing. Maybe I shouldn't have gone over the little hill here, but it seems to be fine. You know I have more tow trucks than this. I could extend the conga line for quite a while. But yeah, I would like to keep the compactly facing the road. So let's just cut this loose. Get back into two-wheel drive and bring it back to the parking lot. This thing is still a very much capable machine, but I still kind of prefer the other ones, just because they are a bit more nimble. Like that thing, you saw what it just did with both the Compacti and the Dory Wrecker, but it itself is very much, it's not an exciting drive. It's exciting what you can do with it once you drive it, but just for cruising, not really my style. Okay, this isn't really working. I think I don't have any front wheel traction. So let's tilt it down maybe a little bit more. The thing is, if both the axles on this truck are fully on the ground, then it's basically only going to go straight, and that's going to be a pain. If I put it up too far, then my front axle is going to go up, and that's not going to allow me to steer either. So there is a balance to be had, and I think with this vehicle compared to what I'm towing, there might not be a good balance possible. Which is why usually you would be doing this with a heavier tow truck like the Brutus or the Polio. But yeah, this is more for a bit of a challenge. Not recommended. Yeah, I'm barely able to make that thing turn in. Maybe it's a bit too far down now, but yeah, if I put it up any further, then I think I'm losing front traction, and that's also no good. Also, maybe I should let things roll a little bit if possible. Looking at my fuel tank. It should be all downhill from here, and I hope that's a literal thing and not figuratively. And maybe second gear is a bit more of not only faster, but also just a bit more relaxed and not so twitchy. Okay, this is kinda going. You know what, the next turn is a right-hand turn anyways, so we are going to meet up with the road again. Anyways, even if we go straight here, so I'm just going to take it. But yeah, this thing doesn't want to get any traction besides on the road. Okay, I might have to pull it up again. Even just a tiny bit. We are crap walking now, but at least the truck itself should be turning in a bit better now. I feel like this has turned into like a land tugboat simulator. Oh. That's not good. Out of fuel. Well, as I said, it's only downhill from here, so maybe we can... Never mind. I mean, it's not even that expensive, and we should be getting like 50% out of it. Yep, always fuels us up right back to 50%, so we can keep going. But yeah, fuel tank on the Dory, especially if you go for a bigger engine, which I think you should. It's something to keep in mind. Okay, left-hand turn. Please turn. You know what? We might just aim for the drop-off point directly. I don't think that 90-degree turnover there is actually going to work out for us anyways, so we might be better off just taking the direct route. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Yeah, that was a bit ridiculous, but hey, it worked. Another 9k, maybe not worth it, but then again, if I was using just the Brutus for the entire trip, this would have been over much quicker. But hey, we did it, almost alone. So that's something to be proud of, and I think that's also a good point to end the video on before I take on something even heavier. So, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Once again, I'm aiming to get the PC back up and running, but I said that already in the past, so who knows. I don't want to make too many videos on this character, especially because I won't be having any benefit from it, apart from the achievement progress if I go for trash and that kind of thing. But I will have to see about it. I'll just go with the flow, do whatever works, and then we'll see if I end up with a working main PC again. Until then, or until I decide to make another video on this PC regardless. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, have a good one, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.